Dude, look at this woman. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Dude. Dude, look at that, dude. Oh, look at her, dude. She is hardcore too, bro. This picture is not AI, guys. In case you came in late or you're not exactly sure what's going on, Jake Paul saw 𝗙𝗪𝗓𝗍 dancing like the conservative Christian woman, aka Erica Kirk. 𝗙𝗪𝗓 doing whiteface. And Jake Paul's like, man, I want to do it back. So he's consulting with makeup artists to do some blackface. He won't say it, right? Theo was like, oh, darker, right? They're coding it because he's not going to come out and say, oh, yeah, I want to do blackface to get back at the black guy who did whiteface. But guys, here's the thing, okay? To all of you white guys out there that I know aren't watching my chat and wondering about the blackface, okay? There is no historical issue with a black person doing whiteface, okay? Blackface, why is it frowned upon? Because black people were enslaved. They were manipulated, used, and exploited for hundreds of years to build a powerful economy. Then those black people never got any proceeds from that. Them or their descendants, they got nothing but shit. And convict leasing and Jim Crow laws and black codes and lynching, etc., redlining, you name it, all right, being murdered by the cops all the way on up. Now, during the time after they were no longer enslaved, but they were in the midst of Jim Crow and being harassed and abused in every horrific way imaginable, white people would put on blackface and act like assholes and act stupid and act like they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. And they would do it to belittle all the people of color and to continue this stereotype about that the people of color were less than. So blackface was a way of white people like yucking it up about their superiority as entertainment. And so it is harmful and toxic and a legacy of nothing but pain. And guys, we are still dealing with racism and that shit in America today. That shit is not gone. Like, we had a black president, a bunch of us thought it was going to be gone, and it in fact kicked the hornet's nest and created massive amounts of like new racism. But so first off, like, for Jake Paul to even be talking about blackface when it's painfully obvious that he's never even looked into the historical like nature of this. He's just upset that he as a white guy can't do it. And if a black guy does whiteface, he wants to do blackface to like get back at them. He wants revenge for what a black guy did because he's mad. He feels like a black guy punked white people. And he's so fragile and arrogant and racist, such a piece of shit, a thin-skinned, like clown, cuck bastard, that he's gotta like seek some sort of racial revenge. But on top of this, guys, look at the nature of this conversation. He's trying to get away with it. Okay? He's strategizing. How can I do this to get back at the people of color for doing whiteface? But how can I get away with it? And now we have these two guys sort of like pontificating on how they can break a social taboo and do something really shitty and toxic in the harmful racism of our American heritage, and as rich white guys get away with it, right? Dude, I mean, this is slave owner shit right here. I mean, it's like slave owner light because they're concerned enough about their own reputation to try and get away with it. So they're not like full on groypers, but like, man, they're like 90% groyper. And dude, but what 𝗙𝗪𝗓𝗏 did didn't even have anything to do with these guys. It's about Erica Kirk, right? And like, you know, dude, isn't that fucked up? Like this whole conversation is fucked up, bro. More good news right here. Look at this, dude. Look, first off, look at this woman, bro. Oh, dude. She looks beat, doesn't she? Doesn't she? I mean, look at the face, dude. She looks beat. Dude, what is this shirt with Trump and AI Trump in like some sort of a superhero costume with a Trump championship belt? Like, bro, her shirt has Donald Trump's signature on it. Like, what kind of mental disorder? Like, I mean, did they get a different vaccine than us or what? What kind of mental disorder do these people have? Dude, weathered by Christianity and broken promises and lies. But look at what she said. Trump merch store in Illinois closes due to plummeting sales. Owner Lisa Fleischman says sales were really slow. It all started with the war. It was dead as a doornail the minute that happened. Dude, that's crazy. That's definitely a Midwestern phrase. Dead as a doornail. It's a big one. My mom, dude, she used that all the time. But guys, this reflects with what we just saw with Benny, right? Dude, my pothole on my street is more important than a pothole in the Middle East. America first. They're supporting it. They're like, whatever. They're keeping their heads in the sand. They're not going against him, but they're broken. Okay? They are broken, guys. They are broken. They don't, like, nobody's buying this shit. I literally think, guys, I think MAGA is dead. Again, they're not going to publicly go against Trump. They're not going to, they're certainly not coming over to the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? But what they're going to do is they're just going to silently look for the exit and they're just going to not vote. That's what they're going to do. They're going to not vote because they're defeated. Yeah. And, you know, fuck them. Seriously. Fuck them, dude. I feel no sympathy for these assholes. I do not. Zero sympathy. Because my thing is, I've said this before, I'll say it again. If you voted for Trump in 2016, I get it. You didn't know him. Maybe you didn't know his history. You chalked it up to locker room talk. You decided to believe him. If you voted for him in 2020, now you're suspect. But if you're ignorant and brain dead, okay, you did it again because he was already in office. You just vote for the incumbent. I'll give you that. But if you voted for him in 2024, after he fucked up COVID, he did nothing the first term, he insurrectioned, and he lied about the election for 4 years straight after losing every court case. And then he went off with Hitler language about every Hispanic person being a rapist. He was making fun of transgender people in his fucking speeches. If you voted for him in 2024, you know he's a liar. You know he's a fucking degenerate. You know he's a scumbag. There's no fucking way you did not know he was a liar by 2024. No way. You knew he had been lying about the election for years. And what did you get? You can't buy a pound of hamburger. Your gas costs $100 to fill your fucking tank. He's done nothing for America. And fuck you, MAGA. All right? Fuck you. Fuck you. Huh? You want to go a few rounds? Oh, get your hand out of my diaper. Let's go. Automatically disqualifying. But goddamn, dude. Dude, she looks like life has fucking roughed her up, bro. Doesn't she? Doesn't she look rough, dude? What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.